The 5th of October 2022, you're very welcome back to the channel. This is 47L, Where Do They Shop? I have 819 subscribers, and you're very welcome back. The whole idea is a bit of a chat and to try and bring people up to speed, what I can find out and share with you, and you can do likewise in the comments underneath. Now, this is where do people shop. Did you ever remark that there are a lot of people in your community whom, is that the right word, whom, you never see in a shop of any description? Now, I know in some towns people go to the bigger supermarkets. They want to go up to Dunn Stores, to Navan or Dundalk and Cavan or Monaghan, and that's all right. But still, there are people who never are seen in a shop. And sometimes if there's some particular item in a newspaper, you'll see them in the local newsagents buying the paper. They'll go in, they'll buy the paper, and they'll come out. So how are they managing to rear families, often 5 and 6 of a family, and not actually doing any shopping? Where are they? You know their wives, you know them, you know their children. And by and large, you will occasionally see these people getting something simple. You may never see them in a butcher shop, so where are they getting their meat? Their meat eaters. You might occasionally see them getting something in Dunn Stores, that may be. But it's interesting, and one of the things is there's a small minority of people in Ireland who get a draper, and there's nothing wrong with this, to fill up his car or van or her car or van and come out. The whole family come together, and they are all there for a big occasion, and your man or woman brings in all the stuff and they fit all together, and their daughters and sons are there and grandchildren. Oh, that suits you, that doesn't suit you. And if he's a farmer or he's working, he'll always get a pair of good old warm working trousers and a few things like that. And they could buy €1,000 worth of stuff there and then off the trailer. That does happen. And if they haven't a thing that fits, he'll go back again, or he'll get on to somebody and he'll get it. That does happen in Ireland. It happens in Britain. It happens an awful lot with the type of Puritan type of people in Britain, and also in America, people that are like that. Somebody comes and brings, they know what they want, so that keeps them out of the experience of having to try on stuff in the Drapers or in the Dunn Store supermarket or whatever you like. The other thing they use is the cash and carry. An awful lot of people are friendly with the local cash and carry. Now, the process for the like of Lidl or Aldi or SuperValu is they buy their stuff direct. They have one big centre that distributes all around Ireland and Britain. There's no middleman. But for smaller shops, they use the cash and carry. And Musgraves, I think, was one of them. And they have outlets in the bigger towns, a big place, and you can go in there and you pack up, and then you're charged the same as anything else, but you do not pay the full VAT, and you only pay the wholesale price. This is to be sold on. And as a result, in Ireland, a jar of mustard could be twice the price in Ireland that it was in the United Kingdom. Because when they brought it over and all, and everyone got their cut out of it, they had to charge more, and they did charge more. And this is the way for years. Yet it's probable that families weren't any poorer than they are today. They had enough, and maybe everyone got a bit. But the cute people, a lot of them golfers, and a lot of these, they were in with the deal with the local cash and carry, and they were ordinary family homes. They should not have been allowed to buy wholesale and pay that way, but they were doing it, and they're still doing it. You'll notice you never see them at the shops. So where are they getting the stuff? Now, some people will kill a lamb or a sheep or whatever, or they'll even kill a heifer, and they divide it up among themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's hard work. It's a lot of electricity to run the freezer. It's hard work. I just wouldn't bother my head. I'd rather buy a bit of it and pay a bit extra. So I wouldn't worry too much about that. So that's the how they do it. Now, in recent times, I've noticed people all over the country, mainly within 40 mile of my own community, and you'll see really old people starting to shop in the likes of Dunn Stores or Super Value or some of those. And that's because they got too old to go to the cash and carry. Or maybe they had a partner who's now not able to come out and the man has to shop or the woman has to shop. But whatever it is anyway, the point about it is uh, they are sometimes in later life will be seen in the shops, whereas you never see them in when they're younger. And they're minding the pennies, they're rearing their families as cheap as they can, and we don't even think about it. The ordinary punter never actually thinks about it. But if you apply your mind to it, I'm sure some of you will be able to say underneath. And please, if you use an artificial name, just say what country you're in. You know, if you're in Canada, say that. I like to know where the people that are commenting are from. That's all. I don't want to know any more. Just where you're from. That's all. Yeah, that's one of the things they do it. Most of the big people who are in the health board, most of the Gardaí, some of them, not them all, and many of all the agencies of the state and all the politicians, they all get preferential treatment, and they get the stuff at wholesale price, whereas the ordinary Joe sub is kept out. Now, one of the things that has happened in recent years is the arrival on the scene of discount stores like Lidl and Aldi. And God be good to me cousin Jimmy Patterson. He said you could shoot crows with the baked beans in Lidl. Now, a lot of their stuff is not good. Some of it is substandard, but some of it is quite good. And some of their tools, those parkside tools, are not bad at all. But their food, for some things, is all right. I mean, a pound of butter is a pound of butter. Now, there's a big strike in Lidl's this week. The farmers are protesting. They're bringing the eggs in from Britain, and they're big blow of, oh, we're Irish, buying Irish. They're not really buying it. But the main point is, folks, that the Lidl and Aldi has impacted the traditional way that groceries were sold and clothing were sold through this intermediary of the cash and carry, and it has dented them a big bit for certain things. However, it's still there. In many things, the supermarkets, the Dunn stores are better quality. I would prefer the food and the cornflakes and all that you get in those places, and they do bring the prices down a bit. But don't forget, where are your neighbours? They're all stuck in the cash and carry, getting what they can. Just observe it. Just see it. See, am I right? Tell me if this is right or wrong. I never actually got around to it. I never had time to be bothered. But still, just bear it in mind, like that is a big possibility, and it's even in vegetables and all of that sort of stuff. There's some people are able to cut out the middleman through a little secret deal or a little pet deal they have. I know you and you know me, and I'm playing the golf and I'm doing this and that. Generally, them type of swanky people are the ones that are into it more. I'm just bringing it to your attention now. Now that you have it, think about it. Comment underneath and say, is there something in what I'm saying? Are a certain amount of our society, a certain number of our society, able to bypass the whole commercial system and do it on the cheap? At what really is our expense, because if they all had to buy in ordinary shops, then the price might come down a bit because there'd be more selectivity and more outlet for proper shops. It wouldn't be going burst. Anyway, that's just my opinion. I'm just trying to rack your brain on that, something that I have observed, that some people have a way of getting out the needs of this world, feeding their families without going through the higher prices and paying the taxes and everything that you and I have to do. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on whether you like the video or not. And thanks for those who subscribe, and anyone who wants to subscribe more, you're very welcome. Bye, and we'll see you back for something else soon.